I used to spend time in my mother's closet and try on her old clothes before they were donated to the thrift store. I loved wearing pretty, girly clothes underneath my loose tracksuits, and the fact that no one else knew gave me pleasure. However, one weekend, my mother had to work unexpectedly and couldn't leave me alone. She arranged for me to spend the day with a friend, Lillian, who I didn't have time to change in front of. Lillian asked for my help moving some leaf litter to the compost pile, and I didn't think twice about what I was wearing underneath. As a result, my tracksuit got dirty, and Lillian insisted on washing it. She gave me a pink tracksuit to wear while it dried, but when she saw what I was wearing underneath, she seemed surprised. I felt embarrassed and scared, but Lillian apologized for making me uncomfortable and handed me a dress, tights, and shoes to wear instead. I turned bright red again. Lillian reassured me and said, "Don't worry, sweet pea, you look beautiful. I think you'd look better in a dress than in tracksuit pants. Oh, what do you say? Are you up for it?" I was shocked, but Lillian's response made me feel at ease. I soon found myself dressed up as a girl, and Lillian even played with my hair, put on some makeup and perfume. It was like a dream coming true. However, I started to feel scared when I realized that my mother would be back soon to pick me up. Lillian assured me that my mom wouldn't be back until tea time. A few minutes later, Lillian's friend Laura came over, and Lillian showed her how beautiful I looked in the dress. Laura laughed and suggested that we call me Nora because it goes with the dress. She also joked about getting her husband into something pretty so he could feel what it's like too. I suddenly felt surrounded and overwhelmed by all the femininity in the room, my clothes, the smell, and the happy, friendly women who were laughing and smiling at me. The part of me that wanted to run away seemed to dissolve into the air, and I don't remember ever feeling so at ease, happy, and connected. The rest of the afternoon was spent in the kitchen, where we ate, giggled, drank, and laughed. It was heaven for me to wear such beautiful clothes and hang out with two beautiful women who treated me like their little sister. Their talk was all over the place, serious things, funny stories, and everything in between. I loved hearing how funny they were. When women are together, they are so much more natural and relaxed. It made me wonder why adults wear such masks in public, as if they were acting in a play every time a different person. As the lights started to go out, Lillian started making dinner, and Laura gave us all more wine. Laura said, "God, that dress suits you so well. It brings out the color in your hair and eyes. You look so sweet. I remember when I was your age, I used to love really girly things too." Lillian laughed. Laura laughed, "How typical of Lillian, but you do like girly clothes, don't you? I mean, Lillian, you look pretty good dressed up as a girl." "For very good," Maddie said. "Yeah, it's fun to dress up sometimes, and it feels great to be femme. But well, to each his own. I'm sure if you were a man, you'd be a drag queen for sure." "Yeah, you're probably right. It doesn't take much to get me in a dress." Madeleine laughed. We all had a good laugh. In the middle of all our laughing, to my total and complete shock, my mom walked into the kitchen without saying anything. Lillian and Laura were half drunk and laughing by the bench, and I was laughing at the table dressed as a little girl from head to toe, with a bow in my hair and makeup on my face, holding a wine glass. We had totally forgotten what time it was, and I should have been back in my tracksuit a long time ago. My mom looked shocked to the core, and we all had shocked looks on our faces. Only the sound of the frying pan sizzling on the stove could be heard. No one knew what to say, and my two adult friends didn't know what to say either. I dropped off a little boy today, but when I entered the house, I realized that everyone was dressed up and acting differently. I felt like I should leave and come back later, hoping to find someone I knew who could explain what was going on. Travis asked what was happening, and Lillian explained that she was taking care of Laura's son and that they were all having a great time dressing him up as a girl. Laura tried to defend Lillian, saying that Travis was jumping to conclusions. However, when Travis found out that his son wanted to dress up like a girl and had been doing so for years, he burst into tears. His mother tried to comfort him, but he was still angry that she had ruined their nice day. Eventually, they all hugged and cried together, and the rest of the night was spent enjoying each other's company, joking, and having fun. Travis even stayed dressed as a girl for the whole night. After that day, dressing up as a girl became a regular thing for me whenever we could get away from the men in our families. My mom let me wear anything I wanted from then on, but it was hard to do when my dad was around. It was always easy, relaxed, and normal when I got together with the girls. When we were at Lillian or Maddie's house, my mom and I were more like older and younger sisters. It was so beautiful, and I loved all of them. I'm now happily married and have 2 kids of my own. My wife knows everything about how I spent parts of my childhood and teenage years as a girl. We're still great friends with Maddie, Lillian, and of course my mom. And yes, I do cross-dress with the girls when we are all together, but most of the time I am my male self. My wife loves me no matter what, and I love her for it. She has always wanted to be with a complete person, not just a role model, but I'm her boyfriend, not her girlfriend. She does like it when I wear something pretty and silky, though. What a pleasure it is to be alive.